The placement procedure of the Accenture consists of a written test conducted by eLitmus, in which there was a 60 question, and that was to be done in 120 minutes. And it comprises of logical reasoning, English, and quantitative ability. The English was normal, but the quantitative ability was good, and the logical reasoning was somewhat of the cat level. So, and after that there was after 7 days of written test, there was interviews at Delhi, and in that interview it comprises of short presentation, and after that there was a behavioral interview and technical interview. At the interview at Delhi, there was a panel which consists of 3 members, and one of the guy came from UK, and there was a lady, and there was one HR guy also. So when I entered the room, then they asked me to present the topic. There was a 5 topics from which we have to choose one topic and present it among themselves. There was a freedom of presenting it on laptop or on paper or on board. So I chose to present it on laptop. I made an PPT. So when I presented it, they asked many doubts from me. In one of the slides I have written that the recent power failures made the mockery of India. So the guy from UK asked me, how can you say that they made a mockery of India? Then I replied him very confidently, then India is such a vast economy, and India is having such a large industrial base, and there is a lot of industry, and it amounts to our GDP. So if for a whole day there is a power failure, then it will be slowing down the country economy. So it will be affecting our companies, so country. So such a large country is having so much power failure, then it will be making a mockery of that country. And I also told him that it was a statement of a newspaper in New York. Then the lady asked me, why should I hire you, and what do you want to join Accenture? Then I was attentive in PPT, and I replied him that Accenture is working in multiple domains. He is working in outsourcing, technology, and consulting, and in various scope that is working in software projects also, and hardware projects, and now he is also working in telecom projects. So I told that I have good knowledge of all of these topics, every knowledge of software and hardware and telecom. So I told him that I have very big scope of learning in Accenture, and I can handle multiple projects of various domains. So I told him that I will be great working here. He again asked me, what do you know about Accenture? Then I told him everything what I saw in PPT. I was very attentive to PPT, and I told about everything what I know about Accenture. Then the guy from UK asked me, then what will you do, and how will you solve the problem of a client which will come to you with a problem? So I told him that with the help of an example, that I will try to find the issues related to the problems, and try to figure out the issue, the various factors which are causing problem to my client. For example, I gave the example of a shoe company. For example, a company come to me, and the owner came to me that the sale of the shoes of that company is declining year by year. So I will firstly try to locate in which area does the problem exist. So I will firstly find out that maybe the cost of your shoes is rising, or the demand of your shoes is declining in market, and what are the factors that are causing that decline in the demand of your shoes. So I will try to find out. I will do some surveys. I will go to a mall, and I can do a survey that what are the kind of shoes that are in demand. So I explained him a lot more about that, and he was very much satisfied by my answer. Then he again asked me that what will you do if the client come with a problem, but you don't have that knowledge about that problem. You don't have any technical knowledge or any kind of knowledge about that problem. So what will you do now? Then I replied that I will try to collect as much as information as I can from my colleagues and from an expert, or I may take some expert into my team, and I can work with him on that project, and I will do such. Then he again asked me that what are the qualities do you think that a technical architect should possess. Then I replied him that there are some of quality which you mentioned in PPT, and some what I think is that he should have good analytical skills. He should be good in problem solving, and he should be able to design new innovative ideas. He should be able to think new about new ideas, and he should be having good communication skills. These are some of the quality which I mentioned to him. Then the other guy, HR guy, asked me that about my project which I mentioned in my resume, and that was I have done internship at IIM Ahmedabad. So he asked me about that intern. So I told him everything about that intern, and he was very much satisfied by my answer. He was very much happy that you have done so much work there. And thereafter, he asked me about my extracurricular activities, what I have done in college, and some fest organized. That's all. And then the lady from the panel asked me, and tell me about the any decision of your life in which you have taken some very very strong decision about your life. So I told her that after completing my 12th class, I decided to not taking drop and for preparing IIT JEE, but I was satisfied by NIT. So she again asked me that do you regret on your decision? Then I replied that it is not what you are and what you can be is not a function of the where you are and how you can improve yourself. It is a matter of showcasing your talent and your skills. So if I was at any private college and I have improved myself in all dimensions, in all skills, so I can be better than any NIT guy. So I don't regret any at my decision. And she was very happy after that answer. And then all of them, then other guy asked me that do you want to ask us from anything? Then I asked that you are having so much variety of projects. So how will you decide that in which project I should be given which type of project? Then he told that he will firstly we will be having a 6-month training, and after that the project type will be defined. So after that all of three stood up and then wished me a happy weekend and best of luck for future. And then I was very happy, and I just got the offer. But the story didn't end up here. I got another call for interview after 5 minutes, and I was very much thinking that why they have called me again, or there was only one round of interview. So then I made another panel of 3 members, where there were 3 guys. They are from technical side. So they told me that they will be judge me for my technical background. So they asked me your favorite topic. Tell me about your strongest topic which you have all the knowledge about that topic. So I thought that they guys are from software background, maybe from software background, and they might not know telecom. So I replied them I have good knowledge of telecom. So one of the guy made a crazy laugh and then said, "Oh, telecom? Yeah, I am an expert of that." So I was terrified that how can he say that he is an expert of telecom in being a software consultancy firm. Then he asked me very deep questions about TDMA, FDMA, and the bandwidth of this 2G, 3G, about CDMA, all these questions related to telecom sector. And he also asked me about SS7 link and these telecom questions. Then I replied almost 70 to 80% of these questions, and I told him that I have studied these apart from my academic curriculum. We are not taught this much in our curriculum, so I have studied all of this from apart from our curriculum. And he was very amazing. He was thinking, how can I learn this much apart from my curriculum? So he was very happy. Then another guy, he asked me a very tricky question of software. He asked me whether I know any knowledge in any language, computer language. Then I replied C and data structure. So he asked me one tricky question about data structure. Then because I am from electronics background, that I don't have that much knowledge about computer. Then he asked me that what will you do if one day the pointers vanish and you have to create a doubly linked list. Firstly I thought that it was impossible because we can use we can make doubly linked list with the help of pointer only. But then something struck in my mind that we can use it from array. So I replied him, we can do it from array. So he asked me again, then how can you do? Tell me on board. Then I stood up and went to board, and then I something struck in my mind that we in doubly linked list we have to store the address of previous list and the next node, previous node and next node. So I thought that we should use two arrays and then store the address of first store the index number. We can use take the help of indexing. So I use two arrays and then store the address of index number of the previous node and the next node. And then I told him the answer. Then he was satisfied with the answer. Then another guy asked me that how can you store a round robin data in a data structure, which kind of data structure you will use. Then I replied him that using circular linked list or circular queue we can have data structure round robin data stored in this. And then after that they all were satisfied, and that's all. I will suggest that you should try to expose all of your good points in the interview, and you should, if at some point your interview goes low, then don't lose hope and try to build it up by showing your good skills and your the fields at which you are good. And I will also like to suggest you that you should be very attentive in PPT, because sometimes they may ask you a lot of questions regarding the PPT. So you should be having no excuse of that. So I think you should be very attentive in that.